Hey guys, so instead of doing like a vlog video today, because I'm not really doing much today, I decided that I would do the next of my throughout the years videos. So this one is going to be years 1 and 2. So year 1 is your second year of infant school in England, so you go into that year when you're 5. And year 2 is ages 6 to 7, and that's your last year of infant school before junior school. And my year 1 class was called Blue class because we had colours, and it was a split year class, so they had half the class was year 1s and the other half was year 2s, which I don't really know any other schools that did that. I thought it was quite a weird thing at the time, and I think it still is probably, but yeah, so I was in the class as a year 1 for that year. I don't really remember a lot happening in year 1. I remember we did have a Victorian day, which is where we all dressed up as Victorians in you know, sort of Victorian style outfits, and I remember that I think it was my granny who made the dress that I had. I'll put a picture in here. But yeah, we had to wear like proper Victorian style clothes, and then the whole day was set up to be like a Victorian school. So we'd have like, I can't remember, did we, I think we wrote on slates maybe, or something like that. And I remember at one point, I can't remember who it was, someone in my class was sort of misbehaving or whatever. And in Victorian days, obviously they used the cane to beat the children. So basically the teacher took, I think it was him round into the cloakroom bit where we all hung up like our bags and coats and stuff, and she hit, she had a cane, she hit one of the PE bags with the cane and made him like howl in agony as though she was hitting him, and I just remember we were all like cracking up because we were like, oh, this can't be real. That's all I really remember about Victorian Day, is the outfit and the cane incident. Another thing that we did at my infant school was we had book week, so all week was devoted to like different authors, different books and writing, and it was just like literacy, I guess. And there was one day where we had to dress up as a book character, and my friend Vicky and I, we came as the Home Farm twins. I don't know if any of you remember this. If you're in England and you're about my age, you might remember, but basically when we were around sort of 6, 7, there was a programme called Home Farm Twins, which was the story of like 2 twins who lived on a farm. And that was basically it. That was the whole thing. But it was a book, and then they turned it into a TV show, and we were obsessed with this TV show, absolutely obsessed. And so we dressed up as Helen and Hannah, who were the 2 twins. I was Helen and she was Hannah. And there's a picture of it here. My hair looks ridiculous, but yeah, so we dressed up as the Home Farm twins for that particular day in book week. Another thing in year 1, I'm sort of going back in time a bit because my birthday's before Christmas and before book week, but anyway, we had school pictures done. We'd always get them done in sort of the autumn when we first went back to school, so we did the class pictures and we had individual photos as well, and on this year they fell on my birthday, and on that day, I don't know why, I was given a tiara for my birthday. I can't remember who gave it to me. I think it was my parents. I wasn't really a tiara wearing sort of kid, but I had a tiara. But anyway, I was adamant on wearing it to school on my birthday, so I was wearing this tiara all day, and we had our school pictures, and the person who was like, basically they had the photographer and then like someone with the photographer, and then they had the person who would like brush our hair, because obviously we were sort of scruffy, untidy children. But yeah, she was going through like combing our hair and stuff, and I was wearing this freaking tiara, and she was like, do you want to keep it on? And I was like, yes, I do. So I got home that day and I was like, Mum, I had my school picture, not the class picture, just the individual. And I was like, I had my school picture with my tiara on, and she just went, that's going to look ridiculous. She looked at me and just went, that is going to look so ridiculous. And then when the photos came back, she said that it looked quite nice. And I'll put it in here so you can see it. But yeah, that was me on my 6th birthday, wearing the tiara I was so fond of for that one day. So moving on to year 2, this is the year that you're 6 or 7, it's your last year of infant school before you go on to junior school, which isn't that big a transition, but whatever. So anyway, this year, I remember in the February of the year, someone in my family had a wedding. During this time, so many people were getting married on that side of the family. So we had a wedding to go to. We stayed at this place called Paisley Manor, and it's a really nice place actually. It had like a hotel and it had a barn, and we were staying in the barn. Most people were in the hotel, we were in the barn. It was quite a nice room. It had like the door was here, and you had like steps coming down. Then mine and my sister's beds were under these windows, and it had like sloping roofs and stuff. So it was a really nice sort of hotel room. But I just remember it was constantly foggy, which I don't think is particularly remarkable for England in February, but I just remember it being constantly foggy, and that's just something that I remember quite vividly of it. I'll put a picture in here of me and my sister and two of my cousins when we were playing in the car park of the hotel. But I don't know, did any of you have these planes? And they came in like a red packet, really thin, about this big, and they were made of sort of foam, like styrofoam stuff, and you slotted them together, and they had like a plastic bit on the nose to weight it or something. And I think my grandparents had an unlimited supply of these, because every time we saw them we'd get a new plane or like a new sort of pile of them to make, and we'd always, like, whenever me or my cousins or just me or were at my grandparents' house or with my grandparents, always be these planes sort of just flying around. I just remember having them all the time as a kid. I don't know whether anyone else did, but yeah, we used to have them all the time. So there's a picture of us playing with them in the car park at Paisley Manor. Another thing we did during the sort of late spring, my granny turned 70, and we went to London for the weekend for her birthday. And this isn't a particularly, you know, long journey. I live 40 minutes away from London, but I remember it being so exciting because we drove up on the Friday night after school, and we stayed at the Marriott on the South Bank, the one next to the London Eye. And they have like a circle bit outside, like a courtyard by the main entrance, and I remember pulling up there and thinking, this is amazing. Because it was on the South Bank, our room, actually, if you open the curtains you could see people on the London Eye and they could see you, which is quite a cool thing, but you did want to keep the curtains shut, basically. Another thing about this weekend, in Year 2 we had this thing called SUPERMONKEY, at least I think it was called SUPERMONKEY. It was like a toy, it was either a monkey or a bear. I think it was called SUPERMONKEY or whatever. I'm sure we had a cape, but anyway, we had this monkey thing, and when someone in the class went on holiday, they would take SUPERMONKEY, or whatever the hell his name was, with them, and SUPERMONKEY had a journal, and so on your holiday, like every day or at the end of the holiday, you would write down what you did in SUPERMONKEY's journal. Okay, I don't know if my setup has just changed, but basically I've just had 2 issues with phone and iMovie. I'm getting really frustrated, but anyway, we are persisting with this video. We are nearly finished. Oh, the internet is just not working right now. Nothing is working. I hate these moments where everything's not working. So anyway, SUPERMONKEY had this journal of all his adventures. So anyway, I got to keep him that weekend. Very, very exciting time. We didn't do loads in London because we were only there for a weekend, but I remember we did go to London Zoo, and I haven't been there since. I don't remember too much about it, but I remember we went on a canal boat up the river, and we got off at the aviary. We went up through Camden. That's all I remember about that. And there's a picture of us here, which I shall put in now. It's not particularly representative of London Zoo, but we were there at the time this was taken. Another thing we did was we went to the Japanese Matsuri, which is a festival, I guess. I don't know if it's like an actual Japanese festival. I should know this. I know quite a lot about Japan. But anyway, we were at the Japanese Matsuri festival, and I remember there was this one performance, because they had all these huge stages set up in Hyde Park, and there were these Japanese performers doing different Japanese type things, and there was this one involving a load of drums, and I remember my cousin and I were on the barrier at the front, sitting on the ground, and I remember turning to him because it was so loud, like your whole body was vibrating because of these drums, and I remember turning to him going, wow, because it was so cool. I'd never been to like a concert or anything before, anything particularly loud, so that was quite cool. I shall stop this video here because it's more likely to cut out now than ever before, which is really frustrating, and I'm trying to work out how I'm going to get a new camera in terms of paying for it, because the capacity on this thing, plus just uploading it from my phone and things, it's just not good. It's just not, I can't deal with it at all, especially if I've been doing videos every day. This is the 3rd day. This is SVP day 3, and I'm already stressed out by this camera, so I'm trying to do everything I can to get this new camera. I've got a few shortlisted, including the Canon Legria, and I really like the Panasonic H something 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 something. Has a K in it, but yeah, I've got a few shortlisted. So hopefully soon I will have a new, more decent camera. But anyway, I shall leave the video there for today. I hope you've enjoyed my throughout the years video. I wouldn't have had a very interesting vlog today. I haven't been doing anything, so I just did it throughout the years. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall probably do another one soon, because I'm sure I'll have another day when I'm not doing that much. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for possibly a more interesting vlog. I'm actually doing something tomorrow which makes a change. So anyway, thank you for watching and I shall see you soon.